Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. Shoot!
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands. But he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Allen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Bills.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kenyon Drake with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing on first down is Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bills' 38-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check. Cross. Now.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Against the right.
Right here, right here. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. D.D. Westbrook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kenyon Drake with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bills have taken the lead. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were...
And got his man complete. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 41 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the side. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Minshew. He's got it over the middle. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
This quarterback now 8 of 8 throwing the ball in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. Some guys, they respond better in the evenings from some.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got Snead. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. These two teams all tied after 1. First down, Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hauschka with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Stop your whining.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
53-19. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On 2nd and 7, Allen, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now Drake. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Kenyon Drake on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd and 10, Minshew looking, and that's caught inside the 30. They will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20, as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step in the right direction. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Landry, the intended target. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
On play action, Allen, he's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. Give him 32 on the play. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Landry there, and it's 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And the grab by Croft. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And this one is right down the middle. And the Bills will add on to their lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They stay on the ground with Drake. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
53-19.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
10 logo. Hey, Delta.
58, right over there. Yeah,
Go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guy's playing it, are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
To throw again on second down. Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl with Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them. Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 36, Minshew, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On second and 11 now. Allen. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he completes it to Westbrook. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brendan, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead is down to a field goal. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
On third down, Drake. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down, Bills.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Going up top. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
At the 11-yard line.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. On second down, Minshew. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now Minshew on first and 10. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And now he'll tuck it and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
They'll run with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set. 10-2 soft. We got it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Minshew. And this one's incomplete. The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Switch gears.
Hey, exit.
Now Minshew. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. From the 16, Minshew. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Check. Snap.
The open man is Westbrook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on second down, and that leaves them because of the incompletion. A very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with a time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Allen. It's caught. Jones. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Calais Campbell in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead, your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jaguars, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit